All right, here I am, day 38. What? I am back in the cold, what is currently the cold state of Kentucky. And let me show you sun rising. Whoop, whoop. Awesome. Awesome. Still beautiful. Maybe 20 degrees, but it's beautiful. That's the thing about nature and God's world. Like, it's hard to find a not beautiful place when you really open your eyes and look. Wow. Okay. So, as promised yesterday, I was noodling on, some of what I read and the concepts and descendants and what it all means, and remembering and really trying to unpack that. I could kind of conceptually see, personally, I needed some, we'll call them pillars of remembrance or altars or things, and I've talked about that before. We need to have some things in place that we can really, hi Jerry, that we can really, use as guardrails in our lives to keep us on track. And we all know, well, no, we don't all know. I shouldn't say that because I didn't know for a long time. And I'm still kind of in the beginning stages of learning and knowing and applying. There's a difference between all of those things. That if God is sort of your guidepost, then other things just seem to kind of fall in place. It's really quite amazing. But the word loyalty is what came to me as an overall concept to discuss as we continue to talk about identity, because that's a pretty key component of our identities, is what we are loyal to. And family, for a lot of people, is a big one, even down to the family name. I mean, it's all over the Bible. We have to learn about people's lineage, the tribes they came from, the land they inhabited. That's another one, that I have personally struggled with. And as a child of divorce, and not one of those nice, pretty ones, but I hate everything about you, you're evil, get away from me. And us kids being kind of pulled in the middle of that and asked to take sides and be loyal. And me, I'm a peacemaker by nature. You can imagine the, oh gosh, I'm going to try not to get emotional as I talk about this. So anyway, some really divided loyalties, which can really cause a crisis of identity. And it's well, no wonder. If I'm trying to be loyal to people and family, and I don't know a lot of my extended family because of the whole moving around thing. And then my dad moved around and my mom did not stay connected to her family. So it was our little micro chaotic family moving all over the place. Then that blows apart. It wasn't very good to begin with, but it was something. And then, so, I'm well, no wonder you struggle with this, girl. But now as I'm deciding to be loyal to God and really walk that out and go all in and see, when it comes to God, I don't know where you are in your faith, but my approach, and somebody invited me to this approach years ago, it was give it a try. What have you got to lose? And so here I am, probably nearly 15 years later from hearing that very inviting invitation to go, yeah. I mean, I have been sort of on the edges, sort of dancing around, going to the Bible studies, doing all the things. But I'm at this place now where I'm you know what? Let's apply YOLO to God. And let's put all our eggs in that basket and loyalty in that. And let's see where that goes and how that might help heal some of these things that you keep chasing your tail about. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Hey, good morning, guys. I need to show you the sunrise. So what have you put your loyalties in? That's I'm going to take a inventory. I already have started to this morning. And even beyond that, what are some things that I can take all the good from all of the people in my family and my lineage and my life experience, and let's focus on the good and let those become the things that as a descendant I will choose to hold on to and pass on. But even beyond that, rather than trying to put my loyalty into a family name, a place of origin, like a physical town or state or anything, let's let our identity be in Christ. And me, I'm talking about me. So, I don't know where you are in your spiritual journey, even if you're starting to even think about it. Hey, that's a good place to be. That can lead somewhere. But these descendants built this altar that we talked about yesterday near the end of the book of Joshua, because not only that they would know, the main purpose of that altar was to know who their loyalty should be to, and that other people would know where their true loyalty was. It was all about God. It was all about God. It wasn't just about the land or the tribes. That was a part of it, but there was the highest loyalty that was supposed to be a representative of. And then as the book of Joshua closes, just like what Moses did, he kind of sums it up. Y'all hearing the crunch of the snow and the ice? And he sums it all up and then reminds them it's a renewal of the covenant, of the promise of, hey, your loyalties. Here's where your prime loyalties lie. And by the way, little nuggets that were in the end of Joshua's like, you didn't work for this land. You didn't work for these houses. You didn't work for this food. Like, I literally gave you this. I went before you. One Israelite can take out 1,000 other people, not because you're that strong, but because I, your God, am that strong. And I gave you these houses that you didn't build. I gave you the harvest that you didn't work for. So you best remember that and keep your loyalties with the one. I've watched so many movies recently. I can think of so many analogies from the Harry Potter series to the Matrix to Lord of the Rings, the one ring to rule them all. It's this concept that we've got to keep above all else. Otherwise, we get so distracted. And then, of course, we feel like we're being literally torn into pieces. Well, where do I go? Oh, I'm loyal to my career. That's my identity. I'm a realtor. I've been struggling with this recently, as I am a realtor and I am a coach, and not just a real estate agent's coach, but I can coach anybody. I'm trying to find my identity in that. And I'm like, you know what? Relax. And my coach told me, he goes, relax, have fun. It's not all up to you. You've got the one, and let him guide your path, and it will all kind of fall into place. Like that. Man, I'm going to get emotional because it doesn't make sense in the human mind, because we all want things to make sense, and it needs to logically, and you see all the movies, stories out there try to explain it, but really they all come to the same conclusion. There's something to our human experience that we just can't explain. And doing this sunrise, posting and getting over my own self using the help of God and being focused and being loyal to what He is telling me to do. And this process to help me get over myself. Look at me, I'm not worried about makeup. I'm not worried about the clothes I'm wearing. I'm just getting up and getting out and getting to it. And not for my own self. And really processing and wrestling with some of these things out loud, because, you know, there was years ago where I followed somebody like me that was doing this, and it meant so much to me. So this is my version of, you know, kind of paying it forward, this rise and shine adventure. Of course, he did his own version of it, so this is my version of it. I'm not out running or doing anything crazy, just nice walk and talk. Sunrise and walking and talking, which I have rambled on enough, and I've got to go sort of unpack this and put this into some written words. I hope you guys are appreciating that. Like, I'm getting a lot out of it. You guys are getting to read my personal journal and journey and adventure with this whole rise and shine thing. So go have a great Monday wherever you are, whatever temperature it is, whatever the weather's outside. Go and just live a beautiful day today. And just worry about today. You know, if you're anxious and worried about too many other things, like maybe experiment with letting your loyalty be with God for just one day and see if that can bring a little peace that is beyond any understanding. Love you. Bye.